Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Video City, the city that I created in Minecraft for my urbanization essay, or urbanization project, I should say. So, yes, I am going to be showing you in this video all around the town and the main concepts and etc. And you get the drill. Anyway, first off, I want to show you the manufacturing part, which is just this little factory here. First of all, it's color-coded orange. There's going to be a color code for the city. It's color-coded orange, and there are trees around to show that this used to be a forest, but it had to be cut down in order to make this factory. Now, the one thing you need to know about Video City was that it was made to test the concept of using water as a main source of power. So, in this little factory, let's go inside. You see, oh wait, hold on, I gotta show you. See, outside, there are these little tube things that suck up water from this little big lake thing and puts it into little tubs in the factory, as you see here, where employees scoop out fish and stuff like that, and riffraff and a lot of stuff out of the water and clean it, and then bring it over to this little mini generator thing. Like it's these little cups or like little mini tubes that connect to this pump over here, and I'll explain that later. So yeah, it goes into this little mini generator, and it's connected to this little pump thing here, and another employee is supposed to flip this switch constantly in order to, make the pump transform the Okay, so what the pump does is that it evaporates the water quickly into water vapor. And then this water vapor goes into other tubes and stuff like that underground and goes into this little big generator under the city. You can't really see it because there isn't really an entrance. It's just blocked off. And yeah, just around the factory, here's books and a lot of instruction manuals. The main instruction manual. It's just an enchantment table, And I have no idea what this is for. Don't know what that is either. But yeah, just all decorations. Yes, I took the liberty of decorating my city. Take that guy who, I don't know. There was a guy who did this too, but he didn't really decorate the city as good as I did. Alright, so next up is the low-class residential, which is where the employees are. It is color-coded green, or a little dark green, I should say. And, yeah, my town is it has these guys working in the factory, and they're in pretty poor condition, as you can see. Here's a couple, and one of them is sick, yes. You see, you know how in certain places, children and adults have to, work labor at factories and etc. in poor living conditions in order to make a low-profit job? Well, this Video City has one of those, so sorry about that. But yes, this is the low-class residential, with all these guys huddled up in one area with very little clothing, have each other for company, and you see, if you saw outside, there was a branching pipe where one of the pipes goes into the building, and this is where they get the water from. It's not clean, it's just salt water. That's how they get sick. They have to literally steal the clean water from the factory in order to survive. This little guy here. But yeah, this is all the food they have. And that's that guy's lunch. I don't know. Took the liberty of decorating my city like this. I don't know. I like decorating my thing. It's part of my OCD. And yes, I have OCD. Alright, so, and as you can see here, this is the roads for where the cars are at. This is one of the main parts of transportation. It's not really the main part of transportation, but I guess it's one of the parts. There are two types of transportation. And I guess you could say this is color-coded like a little bit of a dark purple indigo bing-ba-bob. That's how I color-coded it. And over here is, let me see here, the residential suburb. Yes, this is where, all the residents come from. So, the residential suburb in my city is basically kind of like a hotel, kind of. It's like a big place where people can come and stuff like that. There isn't really anything inside these, it's just, just showing you that. So yeah, people can rent out these houses that visit Video City, and you know, livens up the population to actually make it a city. And let's just pretend that every one of these houses is rented out so far. Yeah, that's the residential suburb in my city. And okay, and it's color coded red, by the way, just to let you know. Up next is the middle class residential, which is color coded yellow. And yes, I took the liberty of not color coding. I just colored these houses like random colors because, you know, I just wanted to. I'm sorry. So so here we got Bob's house, watching the lava channel. I don't know. This guy who I don't know, just showing you the liberty of all their houses. Bob, Gary, George. Now this is the richest guy in here. Let's just pretend that's cheese. Like, this guy really loves cheese, but he's also the richest person here, kind of. He has like stuff. Let's just say that he's just too middle class for the high class residential. There's this guy's house, and this guy watching the water channel. This guy who doesn't even have a chair is just watching the TV channel. This is the TV channel. I don't know. I just saw that there and I thought, yeah, that was funny. This guy. I don't really know why Minecraft has all these like creepy pictures and stuff like that. Yeah, this guy. Purple. Has a little bit of ragged clothing. And let's ignore that guy for now. And then this guy, who just has a bunch of creepy pictures. Yeah, that's the middle class residential, one of the most weirdest parts of Video City. And okay, while we're here, behind the residential suburb is the transportation, which is a slightly lighter green than the other green over there. I know it's the same wool, but it's color-coded lighter green, like a different shade of green, something like that. But I'll at the end of the video, I'll show you the actual train. Let's just pretend this is like a little train, and it goes all around the city. But yeah, I didn't have room to fit like multiple train stations, so let's just pretend that there's stops and stuff like that. Sorry. And over here, okay, so this is one of the most important parts of Video City. The central business district. This is where all the big people are living. Like, they live closely to each other to like be able to transport over to this place here, which is, you know how there's the White House? Well, this is where the mayor of the town kind of lives. And they all meet up in this big thing, and they discuss, you know, like business stuff, like how to expand the city and etc. I have no idea why I put a lot of chanting tables around. I could put boats and stuff. But yeah, basically they go out like all these houses. This is where all the businessmen live. And yeah, don't want to disturb them. And oh yeah, this is also a part of the the central business district. Sorry, I'm reading off a script a little bit. So this is actually supposed to be like you know how some cities have skyscrapers that represent the city's power, or like, you know, like not electrical power, but you know, like the other kind of power. This is like, it acts as like a cell phone tower where it gives off internet to all the little boys and girls who want to watch their YouTube and play the Robloxes. But it also acts like another kind of big house, kind of like that one over there. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just rambling, I guess. Sorry about that. But yes, anyway, this is the high class residential, colored in a really light green. And these guys are like really rich. Let's take their gold. Not really. Anyway, yeah, this guy has a multiple TV screen thingamaboober. Like, I know these are paintings, but let's just pretend these are like multiple TV screens depicting multiple TV channels. There's where he eats, and that's his bed. Yes, that's one bed. That's how rich he is. And here's the other rich guy. They're only like This is like multiple people live in these houses, but yeah, they're in their secret basements and stuff like that. This guy has diamonds, a lot of paintings around. This guy is a painting fanatic. Bed, and up here is his. It's like a ballroom thingamabob that I was trying to go here for here, but it's not really the same thing. But you know, it's kind of like where people gather up, like one of those balls, like Sleeping Beauty, not Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, like one of those balls in Cinderella's. You know what I'm talking about. I don't really take this really too seriously. It's just, you know, I'm not trying to get a full A, but I don't know. I'm not really doing this professionally, but blah, blah, blah. Anyway, here is Outlaying Business District. Why is I moving? Blah, blah. Here is the Outlaying Business District, the shopping mall. Hello, welcome to video shopping mall. How can I help you? Yes, I'd like to raid your not kidding. I'd like to raid your cash register. I almost said calculator. This is not math class. This is AP Human Geography that I'm doing this in. Yes. Let's see what they Alright, so this mall is kind of okay, let me just explain this mall. That guy is the cashier. This is where you put in discs. Let's just pretend that these are like CDs, books, and etc. The CDs you buy, you put in here. This jukebox player. This is like, you know, the big, this is something big for sale. This is where you read your books. And, yep, your basic equipment and, the other basic equipment. But those are the most expensive stuff. Now, up here is where you also get some more stuff. So, this is where it becomes more expensive. These are, like, really, like, these are kind of like artifacts, something like that, like bounty hunters or hunters would collect. This is just to buy food. This is also food. And, yeah, that guy's on break. Let's raid his calculator. I know you said calculator again. Let's raid his cash register. And they only paid in pennies. Let's just pretend they're pennies. But yeah, this is basically where, you know, like, you buy stuff. And yeah, Outlaying Business District. And a little something back here is that where they supply all the stuffs. Let's see what they got here. They got some meat. They got some stuff, and yeah, it's basically where they drop off all their cargo and to load up to sell. And okay, that leads us to the industrial suburb, which is a darker purple. This is like alright, let's just go in here and explain it. This also has a bunch of instruction books, etc. So, basically, alright, so, hold on. We have to start, like, at the back, like, the third factory. Like, pretend that these are, like, multiple factories. This is the third one. So, it's kind of like the manufacturing way over there. Like, where it has, like, a tube connected to, like, the water here. It sucks it up through here. And then, instead of, like, putting it in cauldrons and, like, cleaning it, etc., and making it into power, it turns it into water bottles. Sorry, my voice cracked there. It turns it into water bottles, which is then loaded onto a conveyor belt. Like, pretend this is a moving conveyor belt, and goes into these other tubes. Like, employees put them into, like, these little transportation tubes. I was originally gonna make that behind the scenes thing here. I was originally gonna make that a portal, but it's just a little bit nonsensical to, like, get me an A, so I just made it into a tube. I'm sorry, I'm just not really taking this too seriously. I'm just trying to have fun here. And so yeah, a bunch of water bottles, like, being sorted, and that's where the guy checks the water bottles to see if they're good or not. And then they, like, go to these little tube things here and etc. You know, it's like you see those like those little factories, like, you know, like in the TV shows and etc. I don't know. And then it leads to this one big factory here, which let's go back inside again. And you know, this is where they can, like, enhance the water bottles or something like that. And then the water bottles are then put back into this little box thing here, where a guy loads them into crates to be sold all around the world. because, you know, the actual thing was successful, and now people are, like, using it as a main alternative, like, power, etc. So, let's see. So, yeah, that's kind of basically Video City. Oh, wait, hold on. There's actually a couple of others. This is the educational and recreational areas. They're all light blue. So, let's first check out the school. It's like an old-fashioned school, you know. You got your pictures and posters on the wall. You got a book. You got a science thing over here. This is where the teacher sits. All right. You have a 100-page essay to do, and it's due right now. I know. I don't know. Just yeah, that's kind of like a little school thing. And this is the Fun Time Arcade. The only thing that I actually named. You can't go inside it. It's closed. And over here, the actual last thing, the church. The church. Where you worship God. And etc. Yeah, this is where the priest would stand. And those are all the little benches here. So yeah. And yeah, that's basically Video City. Like one of your like most typical cities. With a little few original things here and there. And yeah. Now before I go on to the train, I just want to explain something. So yeah, like I said, Video City was made to test out the thing about converting water vapor into power, and yeah, it goes into like a. You know how in the past they use like steam? You heard of steam powered thingamabobs? It's supposed to be like that, but it's a little more environmental friendly. It's all about environmental friendly things. And yeah, that's basically Video City. I know this video hasn't been like 100% serious, but yeah, that's just how I am, and I just want to explain this thing so I can get an A already. All right, so let's go for a train ride. Whee! So much fun. So yeah, this is like one of the main parts of transportation. The train. It like, I know it must be a little bit noisy, but hey, small price to pay for transportation. Anyways, what was I gonna say again? I don't know. Yeah, this is the main part of transportation. It takes you around the city. You can stop anywhere. It can take you like anywhere. But yeah, it must be really noisy for people. It's like really noisy around here. But it's a small price to pay for this kind of transportation. I'll slow down a little bit. Yeah, this is where the line it gets slowed down a little bit to cool off. But yeah. And it speeds up again. Woohoo! Yes, you can see them loading things. It's also kind of like a ride for tourists, you know, like people wanting to visit Video City to see what it's all about. And yeah, that's basically Video City. I know it's not the most creative name in the world, and oh wait, we're going back. And yeah, it ends there. So yeah, that's Video City, the place where we convert water vapor into power, and yeah, it's your typical city. It took 3 days to make, and it was a little bit boring, and tedious, but yeah, I might keep this around so I, play with my friends on it, but yeah. So, to my class out there, because I'm probably gonna upload this to my YouTube channel too. Excuse me, I can't talk. Since I'm gonna upload this to my YouTube channel too, this is just for like it's just for like a little project we're doing in school, and to my students and teachers, I hope I get an A. But yeah, this might be a little bit embarrassing when I actually show it in class, but yeah, that's it. So, thanks for watching. Bye.